Dear students, now next chapter we see here, that is the breeding of fishes for the fish seed. Now fish seed is generally collected from the breeding grounds in rivers, but such a collection is a mixture of economic and uneconomic species. So it is also mixed with the eggs of predatory species, and it is difficult to separate them. As a result, expenditure is incurred on unwanted fish seed. Hence, several methods have been devised to obtain fish seed by artificial method, which include artificial fertilization and induced breeding. Now, naturally, so when we collect the fish seed from the river, actually it is a mixture. That is unwanted fish and wanted fish. But when we want to culture a specific fish, that time we need the eggs of only that fish. So to obtain such a fish seeds, we need the fertilization, artificial fertilization method, induced breeding. Okay. So first of all, we see here the artificial fertilization by the stripping. In this diagram, you can see here the fishes are held in a hand, and it is pressed on the belly region. So because of that pressing, the eggs from the female and the milk from the male fish is coming out, and it is collected in the bowl, and it is slowly mixture is there. They mix together, and then fertilization is occur. So this method is called as artificial fertilization by stripping, because here we use the hands for stripping purpose or to the press the belly, and because of pressing, the eggs and milks are coming out in the bowl, and then automatically they kept in the bowl at specific temperature, and the fertilization is occur. This is called as artificial fertilization by the stripping. So in this case, what happened, the female fish is caught and dried with the help of towel, and the fish is held with the left hand, its belly turned upward, and stripping is done with the thumb of the right hand, and the eggs are forced out by gently massaging the abdomen, starting from the hinder end first and collected in a large vessel. At the end of stripping, the abdomen appears entirely empty and collapsed. So, in this way, these eggs and milks are thoroughly mixed with the help of feather, and water is added, and eggs mixed with the help of feather. Then, because of this mixing, the eggs and the sperms are at the one position, and the fertilization is occur, and many species of fish can be artificially spawned and fertilized, obtained in a large number by a above method. Now, the second point, that is the method of induced breeding of fishes. Now on the screen you can see, according to their breeding habits and breeding requirements, the cultivated species may be divided into two main points. The number one, pond breeding fishes and species that easily breed in pond, and second one, the species that do not easily breed in pond, and special methods are required to induce them to breed. See here. Now here you can see the pond breeding fishes first of all, and second one, the species that do not easily breed in a pond. First of all, we switch over to the method adopted for the pond breeding fish. Now, the pond breeding fishes also need some inducement. Actually, what happened, the fishes are induced for the spawning with the lightning and thundering and the flow of water mixed with the soil, that is the muddy water. So when this situation occur in rainy season, the fishes induced to the spawn. And here the method, that is, a few selected brood fishes are introduced in a special breeding ponds containing freshly introduced well oxygenated water where spawning tanks take place, where spawning take place. Second one, the spawning is induced by simple replacement of old pond water with the fresh rainwater. Third, by providing suitable material for the attachment of the eggs. Then by regulation of external factors like temperature, light, population density, and last one by injecting the hormone. So here the some fishes breed in the pond, but they require certain conditions. That is the oxygen in the water, then replacement of fresh water, rainwater, material for attachment, then rainy, muddy soil. So all these factors induce the fish for the spawning or they lay the eggs. In some uh, areas, what they do in India, the selected fish kept in a one portion that is called as cloth happa. That is cloth happa. I will show you diagram that happa. See the diagram. This is the cloth. Put it in the water of the ponds or lakes, and inside the brooder fish are kept. So the fishes lives in the pond water, but in a restricted area. So they can't move out of this happa. So because of this happa, it is very easy to collect the brooder fish as well as their seeds or the eggs, fertilized eggs. Now the next point is methods adopted for difficult to spawn fishes. Here in this case, these fishes do not ordinarily breed in ponds. These include the most important cultivated species like Indian carps, a few commercial catfishes, and the brackish water species like the mullet, milkfish, etc. So, however, a majority of these fishes have been induced to breed by developing various techniques. There are two methods: breeding in special types of ponds called bunds and breeding by means of an hormones. So, first of all, we see the bund breeding. Now, bunds are the little ponds uh, covered by three sides by the hilly areas, and one side is open. See the diagram. Here, two bunds are shown on the diagram. One is wet bun, the upper one, and the second one is the dry bun. So, the wet bun means here the holes throughout the year the water is present in the bun, and the dry bun is the dried during the summer season. Now, in this case, these buns are covered on three sides by the hilly areas, and one side is open. Now, during rainy season, what happened? The rain is there, and that rainwater, along with some mud, soil, is collected in the bun. So, when we put the fish in these tanks, the fish feel that it is the natural flowing water and they induce for the spawning. So, they lay the eggs on the perennial side of the tank, and we have to collect the seeds. Now, in this case, the positive point is that so we have to put whatever the which species eggs we want, that fish we have to kept in that pond, and we get only the seeds of that interested species. So in this page, you got the description about the bun breeding, that is wet bun and the dry bun, and these are the diagrams for the wet bun and dry bun. Now next we switch over to the, that is the spawning. In both the types of buns occur after continuous heavy showers when large quantity of rainwater rushes into the bun, and as soon as water accumulates in the dry bun, a selected number of breeders in the ratio of one female to the two males are introduced, and constant vigil maintained from the observation tower, and spawning may occur at night. Particularly, this method is adopted for the Indian major carps, that is the Rahu, Mrugal, Katla, and all the species of interest we have to keep in these bunds. As well as the on the same screen you can see one diagram, that is the dry bund in the West Bengal. Here you can see the happas, the pond, embankment, overflow. So this is the arranged dry bund is there, and in happa the brooder fishes are kept, and we get the egg seeds when the heavy rainwater is there. So above discussion says that the why we are using these breeding types to get the seeds of interested fish, those who we want to culture the fishes. For example, Indian major carps, and some are the interested catfishes, those who easily sold in the market. And these are the some natural and artificial method to breed the fishes or to get the seeds of the fishes in the water. Now next time we will see the induced breeding by the hypophysis. Now here the hypophysis means we have to introduce the hormone inside the fish body, and they stimulate or they uh, grow their reproductive organs, and they mature and they lay the eggs. So next time we will see the induced breeding by hypophysis and breeding by the Chinese hatcheries. Thank you.